Hey everybody, thanks for clicking that thumbnail. Welcome to Talking Habs. This is an odds and ends video, so that means a bunch of different stories. Habs related, NHL related, and all in one video. So you can see the board. It's loaded with stuff. Going to talk about Eric Staal, Caufield, and a bunch of different stuff. So before we get to that, if you're a Habs fan like I am and you want to see all kinds of videos, reviews, previews, game live casts, live podcasts, all related to the Habs, all kinds of videos, please subscribe, ring that notifications bell. That's going to get you your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge right here at Talking Habs. Let's get into the video. So as you see, lots of stuff. Now, I know I didn't cover Caufield signing, and that's because that news came out 20 minutes before I was doing a live cast, and I was on for a couple of hours, and then by the time we were done, it was like midnight, so I didn't do it. Yesterday was one of those days, you know, you ever have a day you just can't. It's a Sunday, and I got everything written up, and I just, but I'm glad I waited because, I found some more information. There was a press conference with Caufield just this morning at 10 o'clock. So in the end, I didn't get the news out quickly, but I think I got more news for you guys that I think you'll find interesting. And yeah, so let's get right into it. So first, we're going to lead with Eric Staal. So Eric Staal is a Hab. I did report on that, and, there's more stuff out about Eric Staal. So let's see what we got here. First game, which I just found out, first game should be April 5th. That's in Montreal versus the Oilers. So kind of the way the Oilers are playing, that's a big game to throw him into. I don't know. I guess he won't be having any practices at all until then. Interesting news, though, about the quarantine. It is not a 7-day quarantine. I mean, it sort of is and it isn't. It's still 14 days, but what they have to do is they have to quarantine completely for the first 7. And then days 8 to 14, they're allowed to practice with the team, travel with the team, and play games because they're in a bubble with the team. So they're allowed that, but once the games are done and everything, they have to go back into quarantine in their hotel room or back at their place and stay away from the public. So that's what it is. It's still a 14-day quarantine, but it's only 7 days of constant quarantine. I guess that's what it is. He says he's very excited to be a Hab. By the way, he also had a press conference yesterday, so I got some of that from this. He's excited to be a Hab in the second half of his career. Although he's 36, I don't know how long he intends to play for, if this is only the beginning of the second half, but I mean during his second half of his career. So he's very excited to be a Hab. You know what I was very happy to hear from him? Or not hear from him? Growing up, the Habs were my favorite team. I love, and it's not true. So he didn't say that. He's from Ontario. More than likely it was the Leafs. And I thought that was actually very refreshing that he didn't try to. He did say, though, he's very happy to be here, excited to be a Hab, and excited that in the second half of his career, he's going to be a Montreal Canadian. Because of the tradition and everything, I mean, it excites, even if he was a Leafs fan growing up, right? He's still going to be excited. He'll do what is needed to play where... no, wait a second. That's not what I wrote. He'll do what is needed, and he'll play where the coaches tell him. So he's not coming in here with any attitude. I'm a this, I'm a that, I should be a second line or whatever. Nothing like that. He'll play where he's told. Center, wing, he'll do what he needs to do, and he's going to work hard. That's what he said. He's going to make the most of the opportunity here. It kind of sounded like if it goes well, and he's still, he's 36. In the offseason, he's going to have to contemplate, obviously, whether he wants to retire or not. But if he wants to come back for another season, if it goes well here, it sounds like we might be able to re-sign him if that's going to be beneficial to the team, obviously. But so, Eric Staal might be here for more than just a rental. We'll see. Has always felt Montreal is the best place to play hockey. It's his favorite place to play hockey. And again, see, he didn't say he grew up, I love the Habs, blah, blah, blah. But he's always felt since he started playing NHL hockey that Montreal was his favorite place to come in and play. It's the atmosphere, the excitement of the game here, and just everything about Montreal and hockey. So, I mean, that I think is legit, and I can see that being very true. And I'm refreshed that he didn't try to is it placate is the right word? But, you know, flatter us with, I was a Habs fan growing up. Like I've heard a couple of other players do. I'm not naming names. Staal quotes. I got some quotes from him. So they asked him, I call it here analyzing his new team. They asked him, I read a quote and then I saw what he actually said. I'm paraphrasing. So these are quotes that I'm paraphrasing. So it's basically he's analyzing the team. Fast team, move the puck quick, strong back end, good goaltending with Carey. It's not putting down Allen. He was saying a bunch of things and I'm sure he feels the same way for Jake Allen. A balanced attack up front. There's a mix of veteran experience and youthful energy, and that pace is what excites me. Now, I put that at the end, but when I saw it, it was really at the beginning he said about the pace. So he's looking forward to the way Montreal plays, and he figures that is a good fit for him, and he's really excited to play here. Oh, yeah, the quotes are here. Asked about the issues in Buffalo. It's interesting. He said, the good part for me is I don't have to try and explain. I can leave that behind and focus on what I have to do for the Montreal Canadiens. So he's not talking about the shit show that was in Buffalo. He's just happy to be out of there. I saw a couple of great memes and little videos about him getting out of Buffalo and just, getting out of there. So, can't blame him. And if Taylor Hall gets traded, watch and see if it's not the same kind of reaction. He also adds, it hasn't been the funnest time in Buffalo. He said that word. It hasn't been the funnest time. So it didn't go well for him there. So, if you look at his points total there, 32 games, I think, 3 goals, 7 assists, 10 points. You can say, well, is that really great? No, it's not. But look at the team he played for. He was not happy there. He was not motivated there. He did not want to be there. And stats show that. Is he going to be like leaps and bounds better than that? No, but he'll be better than that here. I'm quite sure he's going to be better than, if you're looking at his stats in Buffalo and going, he's going to be better than that. There's a hot take for me, okay? I guess. Again, quotes are here. On being a winner and individual success. Individual success comes through the team success. Everyone committed to the team success. Everyone has a role and is committed to doing what he can. Scoring, blocking a shot, taking a hit. Individual success flows through team success for everyone. It's not exactly what he said. I said I'm paraphrasing, but that's where he led. He went to the team. It shows the captain in him. It also shows his commitment to the team he plays for. I think that's great. So if he puts that out, good things are going to happen, and he's going to be a very valuable guy to have with the experience he has. The know-how to win the big games and to get ahead in the playoffs and actually make it all the way. He knows how to do that. He knows what it takes to do that. And that's not something all players have. His name is on the COVID protected list right now because of the quarantine. So if you see that, don't worry. It's just because he's in quarantine. That's all it is. Last quote from him, because I forgot there's one more. Says he's ready to do what is needed and play where the coach tells him, make the most of the opportunity here. I put that up there already, and I had it not in order. I got all that. So that's Eric Staal. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Eric Staal is going to bring to Montreal. I'm looking forward. Actually, I'm kind of curious where they're going to play him. Is he going to be a center or he's going to be on the wing? We'll see. I think everyone's expecting Jake Evans to be sent down to Laval and Eric Staal to actually take the spot at center. And I'm kind of thinking, I wasn't looking at it that way, but I have a feeling that might be what happens. So there you go. Cole Caufield. Cole Caufield's a Hab. One of the first things, no, it wasn't one of the first things, but in the press conference, he was asked, how do you pronounce your name? Is it Caufield? Because a lot of the French people say Caufield or Caufield. And he said, without a doubt, it's Caufield. So Caufield and not Caufeld like Weber said. It's Caufield. Goal Caufield. He's a finalist for the Hobey Baker Award. I kind of expect you know what? I heard I read something somewhere that he might not win this. I'm hoping he does. I think he's deserving of it, and we'll see. But he's a finalist. He went 30 goals, 22 assists, 52 points in 31 games, including the playoff games in the NCAA this season. You know, okay, is that going to transfer exactly like that to the NHL? No. But if you're thinking, how many points can he get at his size and all that, blah, blah, blah. He could get, look, that's way more than a point a game, almost 2. Okay, you know, can he be a point a game player? Oddly enough, I say he has the potential to do that. Will he do that? Don't know, but he definitely has potential to do that. He signed a 3-year ELC starting this season, but I thought that meant it wiped out this season for the ELC. In the press conference, it doesn't. He has to play a game in Montreal. If he plays one game in Montreal this year, then they burn that first year. That's how it works. So he has a 3-year ELC, $880,000. I think plus 800. I think it's 880,833. I think that's what it is. That's the AAV. He has a $92,500 signing bonus, and he has up to $132,000 in performance playoffs. I think though, $107,000 of that is if he plays 20 games. Now, there's not really time for him to play 20 games if he starts in Laval and everything. But I think that would include playoff games. So if he comes here and plays 20 between regular season and playoff games, he gets some nice signing bonus, performance bonuses. It is confirmed by his own mouth that he will start and play his first game with Laval. It's not up in the air. His first game as a pro is going to be for the Laval Rocket. That's not up in the air. He confirmed it. He'll be evaluated there, and he says, you know, if the opportunity is given to him, he's can't wait to get up to Montreal and possibly, you know, play for the Canadiens this year. So it's not definite, but he's going to be evaluated, and he understands that he has to perform, and that's what's expected of him. And if he does that, he'll get the opportunities. I thought he was actually pretty down to earth about it. I didn't find him to be, you know, have a big head about his situation. I thought that was pretty good. Now, everyone says he's too small. Is he too small? 5'7", 165-pound Alex DeBrincat of the Chicago Blackhawks passes Patrick Kane for 4th in career goals by a Blackhawks player within their first 4 seasons. And he did that with 104 goals. Only Denny Savard with 132, Jeremy Roenick with 129, and Jonathan Toews with 115 goals are ahead of him. Caufield is 5'8", 170 pounds, and he confirmed that. So if you look at the book, say he's 5'7". No, he confirmed it. He's 5'8", 170 pounds, and he's solidly built. I saw a comparison. Take Kyle Connor, he burnt us how many times the last couple of games against Winnipeg. He's 6 feet, 180 pounds, right? So he's kind of thin and being pole-like, right, a bit. So Caufield at 5'8", 170 pounds, that weight that he's got, he's stockier a little bit, and that's going to do him well. So I personally think Caufield's going to be fine. Yeah, he's small, I get that, but I don't think it's going to hurt him. Says he's matured and hungry to prove himself. He's confident in his abilities, and he's ready to work hard to reach the goals, not that are being set for him, that he sets for himself. He sets his own goals, and that's what he worries about. And, you know, he mentioned maturity a lot. He's matured, and he thinks that's going to be the biggest part of his success. And he said if he would have come up last season and do this, he doesn't think he was ready because the maturity level wasn't there. It would have been a bit of a stretch for him to do that last season, and he's very happy that he went back to college to do that, to grow as a person and physically in the weight room, to be, you know, physically stronger. He mentioned that specifically, and yeah, so maturity level was his biggest reason that he thinks he's going to be ready. And you know, it's something I like to hear. He sounds really confident, not overly confident, not cocky confident. So just somebody who's confident, quietly confident in himself and knows what he can do. And I think that's fantastic. We'll do his homework in his first week of quarantine. He's got to be quarantined. He says he's going to do all the homework he still has from college to get it all done and out of the way so he can concentrate on the hockey. So, that's great. He won't have that on his head. He's proud of his improvement in his play on the defensive side of the puck in all 3 zones. So this has been talked about, and he feels that he's made big strides playing on the other side of the puck and in all 3 zones: defensive zone, neutral zone, and offensive zone. So we're going to find out real quick what that looks like at a pro level. Can be brought up and fit into the cap after the trade deadline. So after the trade deadline, when their deadline cap space goes up, I think because they can bring, that's when you're allowed to bring extra players onto the roster. So they give you, I don't know much about this, but a few places I've read this now. So it goes up to $2,284,834. Currently, it sits at $512,000. So they cannot bring him up right now, but April 12th, he can come up, and that's it. The rest of the season, into the playoffs, cap doesn't matter in the playoffs. So that's why they can bring up a lot more players and have them around. So I predict if he's ready, we're going to see him second half of April. That's what I predict. And I kind of said that a while back. I said we could see him possibly at the end of March, but more than likely mid-April and somewhere around there. And it looks like that is going to be what it is. Okay, Cole Caufield's a Hab. Hopefully I got some information here you hadn't heard yet. So there you go. If all is good, Montreal will restart today. This I'm filming on Monday. That's what it is. So Monday at 4 p.m., somewhere around 4 p.m., they're going to get the results of the test they did this morning. I heard about between 7 and 9 this morning. They tested everybody. The results will come back. If there is no negatives, they will get the approval to start, to restart, and there's a practice session scheduled in Brossard for 6 p.m. Here's the thing. They're going to be playing Edmonton tomorrow. Edmonton's played a few games since they weren't able to play against Montreal. The way Edmonton plays, I see my dog is saying, I don't expect much. So, if you're really expecting Montreal to come flying out of the box and a big win, I'm going to say in advance before I do a preview, I don't know. Tyler Toffoli will not be playing tomorrow night. They're holding him out of the first game because he's been out even longer, and they wanted to get a few practice sessions in before they put him in. So, no Tyler Toffoli. Eric Staal obviously not in there yet. And they're playing Edmonton, and they're going to have one practice and a game day practice. I don't know. I'm not holding out a lot of hope, but sometimes in those kind of situations, that's when the team really steps it up and you get a good game. And even against an opponent like Edmonton, could come out with a win. So we'll have to see how that goes. Updated schedule is out. There are 10 changes to Montreal's schedule. I don't have them all. But if you go up on, I guess, the NHL site, any of the sites that has the schedule, it's listed and it's out now. So all the changes are there. So it's not every game that has been changed. There are 10 changes to Montreal's schedule. Their season has been extended to May 11th with back-to-back games, 10th and 11th against Edmonton. So we're not going to finish the season against Toronto like it was originally. We're going to finish it with back-to-backs against Edmonton. Still going to be tough. Still good, maybe even worse, right? So we'll have to see how that goes. This really doesn't have anything to do with Montreal, but New York Rangers sent forward Brendan Lemieux, which is Claude Lemieux's son, to the LA Kings, far away. Brendan Lemieux, who's a little pest and ends up scoring every time we play against Rangers. We'll see him a little less. Twice a year, that's it. So that's good news. So Brendan Lemieux is now an LA King, and they traded him for a 4th round pick coming back from LA. That's it. That's all the stuff I have. Next game is tomorrow. It's in Montreal, 7 p.m. against Edmonton. I'll be on the air at 6:35 doing a live cast. So it should be fun. Hopefully you check that out. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thumbs up if you like the video. If you have any comments about anything here, leave a comment in the comment section. And If you are new to the channel or you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. Subscribe, ring the notifications bell. That'll get you your daily fix of Blue, Blanc, Rouge right here at Talking Habs. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe out there, and peace out, y'all. See you next video. Bye, everybody.